That this horrific event is a reason to target every other community except white British people. I have clients, I have friends who are now fearing for their lives, not going out on their own because they are scared that they are going to be a target.
I'll be honest, guys, I do not feel safe living in the West.
Deciding.
Let me tell you, dirty, you want to start racist riots around the UK, but you don't know your fucking history. Well, I'm here to give you a history lesson.
Seen mass immigration, mass immigration from particularly North Africa and the Middle East.
Per head of the population.
It is off the scale.
I'm glad you stopped by. I bring to you a collection of TikTok videos for educational purposes. My name is Comfort. In today's video, we will be looking at the media response to the protests against immigrants in the UK. So as I was watching this video, I decided to go through the comment section, and this is what I got. Finally, the eyes of British are open to so many immigrants in the UK and the rest of Europe. Claim back your countries. So apparently black people are taking over and people of color are taking over in these countries, you know, and most claims that I heard was about taking up their jobs. You know, they're against the fact that now they are remaining jobless because of immigrants coming in to take up their jobs. So my question is, what are those immigrant jobs? What do they do? What are the type of job that immigrants do in those countries, and how do they happen to be in the situation where they're finding themselves having more immigrants than they needed, and why? How did it happen? That's what I wanted to know first. And what I love, we have history, so you can go back to history and learn what had happened first for us to be able to confront what is happening in the present and even see how the future will look like. I'll let you listen to this clip. The language isn't that accommodative. I know she must be upset or something of the kind, but just listen to the message kindly.
Let me tell you, dirty, dingy, dusty, racist prick Sutton, yeah? You want to start racist riots around the UK, but you don't know your fucking history. Well, I'm here to give you a history lesson. The reason why immigrants came to this dusty, dingy fucking country is because half of your men were wiped out by World War fucking II. They didn't do it because they wanted equality. They didn't do it because they wanted diversity. They wanted black people to come over to this country and rebuild it again. And you want to know the real reason why you won World War II? It's because India, India sent around 1.2 million Indians to come and fight the fucking fight because they were part of the Commonwealth, you understand? So if you knew your fucking history, you wouldn't be going after immigrants so fucking hard. America didn't save your ass, Clark. It was India, yeah? And you're talking about you want your jobs back. What fucking jobs are you talking about? Where are they? Are they on Indeed? Are they on Total Jobs? Where are they? Because there's 9 million jobs, yeah, that you can access, that you can fucking apply for. So where the fuck are these immigrants taking jobs? What, you want toilet cleaning? You want office cleaning jobs? You want carer jobs? You want car wash jobs? You want nail salon jobs? You want barbershop jobs. That's what you're angry about. The reason why you don't have those fucking jobs is because you don't have the skill set. You don't add to anything. You are labourers. That is what your history is known for. You are factory workers. You are miners. Most of you work in fucking construction because you can't string a sentence together. But you want to target fucking immigrants. How dare you? Let me tell you something else. The reason why you don't have jobs is because the UK don't export anything. They don't build fuck all. They don't do fuck all. And they don't invent fuck all. And you people ain't gonna work for £5 an hour in a factory. You're best staying on fucking benefits. So instead of being angry at the immigrants trying to make an honest fucking living, I suggest you look towards the Houses of Parliament, because those are the people who put you in poverty. And you can throw all the racist parties you want. We ain't fucking going anywhere. So get fucking used to it. And if it weren't for the immigrants that came over here and made your country great again, you'd be living with animals, piss and shit. Do you understand? Oh. And the homeless and the toothless can't tell me shit about this country. This is my country now. Do something. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about racist white people. And if you feel offended by this video, then it's you me a talk to.
Drivers can't fucking drive anywhere now because they're gonna get fucking stabbed because they don't look like you. They're not white. They're brown. The fact that people are having to fucking shout, "Are you white?" when cars come past because they're only letting whites through. What the fuck is actually going on? You're fucking breaking people's house windows, their cars, because they live on Asian streets. This is the fucking world that we're living in right now. This is the UK that we're living in. Where were these fucking riots when Lucy Letby killed innocent babies and they were all premeditated actions? Where the fuck were the riots then? And why are you coming for me? What the fuck have I done? I've lived here my entire life. I was born here. I've done nothing but live by British rules and everything else. But just because I don't fucking look like you, I'm now not accepted. And to the thick bastards that think we're fucking stealing their jobs. You can go work in fucking McDonald's, you can be a cleaner, you can do anything you want. But if you ain't got the fucking skills for the job, mate, that's on you. And that's your own personal issue. That ain't fucking ours. I've got skill set, so I've got a job. You want a fucking job? Go get a fucking job. Go educate yourself. Just do me a favour. Next time you go to the doctors, just make sure it's a white doctor that you're seeing. And when you're on your deathbed or there's someone in your family that's going through it, make sure that your surgeon is also white. Because, you know, there's a lot of Asian doctors out there that have actually fucking trained and whatever, but you make sure it's not them. Make sure you're not having your takeaways from a fucking Chinese, Indians, kebabs, Mexican, Thai. Just make sure you're not doing anything that isn't British. Oh, the fact that I don't feel safe wanting to go on public transport and to go into the office really fucking hurts, because all I can think of is, am I going to get jumped or am I going to get attacked? Because that is where my head is at right now, that I don't want to go anywhere where I feel like people are looking at me. And do you know how horrible that is? Because I haven't felt like that in such a fucking long time. Actually, I don't think I've ever felt like that, ever. So to even just have an inch of worry at me that any white person could be looking at me thinking that shit, they want to fucking kill me or stab me, which is shit, because it's such a minority of people that are now making me feel like everyone could be fucking judging us, which is honestly horrible. I grew up in a predominantly white area. All of my friends back home are white. And I've got a lot of love and respect, and it's just shit that I have to now think about any single thing that I'm doing, where I'm walking. Am I going to be okay going for a fucking walk? There's literally dates of what day all these fucking protests are going to be, and not fucking protests, all these riots are going to be on. Bring in the fucking army. What are we doing? Why the fuck would you want to burn your own fucking city down? Like, are you thick as fuck? Fucking looting Shoe Zone and Greg's. I hope you fucking enjoyed your cheese and onion pasty, you fucking divvy.
I have wondered about whether to speak about what is going on in this country right now, and I have held back for so long, thinking that I have to be so careful what I say and I don't want to offend anyone. But what is going on in this country? I want to start by saying what happened in Southport has shaken me to my core. It is horrific. I cannot even begin to process what those kids have gone through, what those teachers have gone through, what the families are going through. It is barbaric, utterly barbaric. And as parents, you feel it so deeply that we are living in a world where we are fearing for our children's lives when they go into things like dance classes.
17-year-old man is accused of killing 3 young girls and wounding several others in a stabbing attack at a dance class.
The fact that we are having to check with our nursery providers, our childcare providers, what is the code of conduct? What is happening if there is a threat? Those poor kids and those poor families are going to have lifelong trauma. I can't even begin to imagine what they're going through, as well as the children and the families of the children that have been lost and the children that have been through that, because trying to explain to children why their friends aren't coming back to school, absolutely horrific. I understand that people are terrified for their children's lives. I understand that people are angry, but why are we directing our anger at all the people that have done nothing wrong? Why are people taking to the streets and rioting, smashing up their own country that they are so-called protecting? The country that they so badly want to protect and make sure that it's perfect. They are smashing up, they are abusing their own police forces, and I'm not saying that I am a fan of the bigger systems, because that is exactly who all this anger should be targeted at. But those individual police officers that are going to do their job have children. That same team that were on shift on the day of the Southport attack were then on shift again, and they were having bricks hurled at them. I honestly can't understand how more hate and more anger and more division is going to help the situation at all. And I would love to know from somebody's perspective who is out there rioting, having these racist attacks, deciding that this horrible, horrific event is a reason to target every other community except white British people. I have clients, I have friends who are now fearing for their lives, not going out on their own because they are scared that they are going to be a target. These people aren't doing it because of the Southport attack. They are not doing it to fight for those families, because if they were, they would be respecting that these families are going through the absolute unthinkable and respect that, rather than making bigger issues, smashing up things, taking police time and resources when they are trying to investigate what has happened. All these riots are doing is pinning us against each other. We are creating a civil war, and I say we as in like everybody in the UK. Absolutely do not stand for it. Will never ever resonate with anybody that is attending any of those riots. But genuinely, what are you believing that you are doing by counteracting hate with more hate? Is never going to work. So for anybody that is anything other than white British and you are feeling unsafe, I am so sorry, and I am sending you so much love, and I want you to know that there is so many of us that do not stand for what the hell is going on at the moment. We all need to show each other more compassion. We all need to show each other love. We're all just trying to be out here living our lives, doing our best, and the people at the top are the people where this anger needs to be directed at. They are sitting back, they are stepping out, and they are letting everybody create this civil war within the country. All it is doing is creating more hurt, more pain. Those individual police officers trying to do their job, the individuals just trying to live their lives, the places where people go to pray, the places where people are meant to feel safe walking down their street, driving their cars, all of these things that I've seen today. I don't even watch the news, but things that I've seen on TikTok of people being attacked because of their religion or the colour of their skin. What on earth is going on? I know I've kind of said a whole lot of nothing, and a lot of you will probably feel the same, like you can't comprehend it, you can't put things into words. But I just feel so angry at the world that we live in, and I know that it's such an energy drainer, and I know that a lot of things are orchestrated and the people at the top have so much more control. But I just think on an individual level, we need to all be showing each other more love.
I'll be honest, guys, I do not feel safe living in the West. If you've not been living under a rock, you've probably seen the rise in far-right nationalism, not just within the UK, but all across the West. And with the way things are going, I don't actually know if I want to continue living in the West. I think I would feel much more comfortable living in a Muslim country or somewhere else in Asia. And to be honest, I've never felt particularly safe in the UK. I mean, my earliest experiences of racism started when I was only 4 or 5 years old. And I literally had an incident where there was pee bashing going around and I had to like hide indoors, and I was literally so young when this happened. It was so traumatic. Anyways, it's never been particularly safe living in the UK as a Muslim. But even more so now, it just feels that much safer, especially with all the far-right protests currently going on. And something I keep hearing white people say is, oh, it's no longer safe in this country. In the 70s and 80s, it was much safer living here. And maybe it was safe for you, but it's never been safe for us as people of colour. Back then, racism was rife. Not to say that racism doesn't exist right now, but I feel like racism now is a lot less in your face. It's more covert, whereas back then the racism was very overt, and racists would literally set people of colour's houses on fire. They would literally go around pee bashing. I mean, I've experienced that in my lifetime too, but it was much more common back then. And it just feels like that kind of racism is what we're now reverting back to. I mean, all these racist marches going on, and they end up becoming very violent. But I'm not even surprised about the rise in the far right, because the media is literally pushing that narrative. They make it seem as if Muslims are these violent people and we're gonna attack you and make you take up Sharia law. And they make it seem as if people of colour are thugs and we're violent. When, let's face it, people of any colour, any religion can be violent. But yeah, I think now more than ever, community is so important and we need to focus on building more of a community, and I feel like the UK really doesn't have that. It's a lot more individualistic. We need to stop pointing the finger at immigrants, people of colour and Muslims, because the real people that are causing all these problems are the ultra wealthy, the billionaires. That's why we can't afford anything. They've literally orchestrated a cost of living crisis so that they can continue to get richer, even though they're already billionaires. I mean, how much more money do you bloody need? Whilst turning around and pointing the finger at immigrants and people of colour and Muslims and saying that we're the ones to blame.
It's been a pleasure having you. You've watched this video to this extent. I just want to say that I appreciate you. You can also check out for more. Until we meet again, goodbye for now. Let me know what you think about this video. I have not much to say about this. I feel like those who have shared their experiences are in a better place to explain what is going on and how they feel about what is happening. You're in the UK right now. You have ever experienced racism. You've ever been insecure or been pulled over by the police because of your skin color. Just any type of racism that you've experienced. I just want to let you know that there is still a way possible, and we are together in this until we see this racism being eradicated. It's going to take long, but we are going to pay the price to make sure things are well. We need to live in a society that is inclusive, not discriminative. That was it about this video. Goodbye for now. Appreciate you.